Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry that I missed 2 weeks of making a video. I really had to just retreat inside. I'm still struggling a bit after I've had influenza and just keeping myself going and retreating into myself to really heal and allow the benefits of the illness to also build my immune system and change my DNA on very, very deep levels. So, what I have been feeling over the last 2 weeks is that we are going through an intense reset of where we are, who we are, to recalibrate with life and in a different way, in a completely new way than ever before. This has never been done before. We've never lived on this level of awareness of the self and the soul, and how that part of us is incorporated in this body and in this lifetime. So it's a very intense time, but a very important time as to how we perceive our lives, our bodies, our physical attributes, our emotional attributes, and our spiritual being, most of all, within the space that we're living in on earth right now. So I am in Cape Town, Century City, and as I've been driving around and just settling in this morning, communicating with the angels as to what this video needs to be about, Archangel Gabriel came to me and he said it's a very important time for us to redefine again and again on a new level as to what makes sense to us. Who are you as a living being? What do you radiate? What do you portray? And how do you enjoy happiness, fun, experience, and just life and joy and peace? And being that within this world, how you're perceived, how you interact with other people and animals and all beings that are part of our world. So that's a very important part of it. And also, this is a very important week, and especially towards the weekend, to recalibrate and look at what challenges you perceive and believe in. And what you need to let go of. Remember, it's also new moon this week. So it's again a time for new beginnings. And it feels to me like I know there's a new moon every month, and every month people say new beginnings, but this one to me is like, this is major. It's like we need to think very carefully about what we choose and what we choose to believe for ourselves and create for ourselves at this stage of our lives and our perception within this world. Another thing that Archangel Gabriel is just whispering to me is to lie low. So, within doing what you need to do, going to work and whatever, just hold some space for yourself. Also, there's some space that you can have quiet time, that you don't have to be outgoing this week. You don't have to be chatty this week. You don't have to do everything for everybody this week. Lie low. Keep to yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself and be present. Be aware of the choices that you make for yourself. It feels so tangible to me that everything I think this week and every action I take and decision I make and what I contemplate, it's almost like I can touch it. Like it's so tangible right now and so important that we think carefully of what we invite into our lives, into our heads, into our mouths. And this has been something interesting that Archangel Michael and I have been discussing while I was ill, and that was very much in my face, is what people think spirituality is. And yes, we love crystals and we love cards and we love talking about the planets and whatever. and maybe you're more spiritual in a religious way, but how do you live? Who are you? How do you live spirituality? How do you live as a spiritual being? We cannot claim to be spiritual and have earthly destructive habits anymore. I look at people's photos of their retreats and they are standing there with plastic packages in their hands, and I'm thinking, but what? you know, this is your world. You're on a spiritual retreat and you've got plastic in your hands. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm rigid and maybe I go too far. But I try to find the balance. It's not always possible, but try to find the balance. Live your spirituality. Live your spirituality through what you eat, what you cook, the photos that you post. You can't claim to be a spiritual, evolved being if you don't even do the simple things, the 101 of being a compassionate being. And this is not a judgment. It's something that I myself need to be aware of, and that Archangel Michael asked me to also make other people aware of. Just think, be aware, be mindful. Let's be loving beings. Let's care for our Mother Earth, her beings, her animals. Let's just care. So I'm sending you lots of love, and we'll chat again about July because I think it's going to be interesting. Have a gentle week. Bye from me.